My brain is now spoiled.
Girdling with his own riff, you know what I mean? Nobody make fun of me, I'm having a rough month.
And with that, I think we just pulled off a perfect episode.
Welcome to Acquired Taste, a hip-hop podcast. This is episode 51, hosted by the world's largest rap group, the Antelope Fishermen. I am Figure 8.
I'm Coda B.
I'm Andrew.
I'm Young Ned.
No funny business this week.
No, we have a lot to get to. So we are going to, in a few moments, interview DJ LadyX, one of the most prominent DJs in Portland, a pioneer in women's hip-hop for the scene for sure, and she's done some huge things, and we're excited to talk to her. And then after that, Spades is going to join us for the rest of the podcast, because he's just here, and, you know, he was forced to listen to a Billy Joel album and a local song and our song. So he's got something to say, I'm sure. But first, we're going to have a normal episode, DJ LadyX, and then Spades will just be here. He is still Coda B's lawyer, if you guys remember from the last time he was here.
Yeah, and we're currently in a legal dispute right now, and he's representing me, so we can't go into that. I can't go into the details, but...
All right, we got 10 minutes to durdle until LadyX gets here. So let's get this started. Today in hip-hop history, it is July 10th. Play from Kid and Play's birthday. Happy birthday.
Woo!
Play.
Yay!
Happy birthday.
Happy birth, miss.
Juice WRLD's posthumous album Legends Never Die released in 2020. So 5 years ago today. That's crazy.
That one I remember being not bad. It's the next one that is Camp or whatever put out that I feel like people didn't like.
Can you believe that his first Dead album is 5 years ago? That's so long, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's it. Not a ton of today in hip hop.
Not a lot of
July 10th
history.
isn't exciting. Happy birthday, Play.
Yep.
We're gonna move on to in the news. JID releases the first ever pre-lux, not a deluxe edition, not an EP, but a pre-lux. And it featured fucking Lil Yachty, Black, and Eminem. Does that
go towards my thing? Does that count?
Nope, it's a pre-lux.
Yeah.
It's separate.
Damn.
Unless he releases them combined. Yeah.
No pre-luxes.
Did you guys listen to the Eminem track?
I listened to the whole thing. I thought it was pretty dope.
It's it's pretty. The whole tape is dope.
The Eminem's verse I liked. I'm not a huge fan of that AI filter or whatever he's using, but
no, he's just doing that again, and it's recorded after the album for sure because of the bar I want to talk about the most, which is the dick sucking bar.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
That's an Eminem ass bar though. That's not everyone's oh he dissed he didn't.
I hope it's a diss, bro. Fuck him.
Every time someone says
sure,
something or does something like a big rapper that's
Eminem
controversial, he just references it, and it's always pretty funny.
Just want to point out, Coda can verify this. I already recorded my Kanye fucking his cousin bar. I've already recorded it. Been weeks.
You think it was before M did his?
Confirmed.
Probably, yeah. I did it right away. The next day we were recording something, and I was immediately. It was on the 24-hour live stream. You can go watch me say it.
Hell yeah.
I love my brothers, but not love Ye loves his cousins. Something like that.
Something on those terms.
That tracks.
That's for all the taste boodles out there. Okay. It was cool. Did you hear it, Coda? Did you hear any of the project?
I actually didn't. No. The only thing I listened to today was Billy Joel and a revisited Relapse. So
it's crazy that two of my favorite artists in the world are the albums you got to listen to today, and I'm going to hear you shit on them later. Drake allegedly disses LeBron on new song.
Drake has LeBron's face tattooed on him, so
Yeah, so LeBron disses Drake just by existing.
Yeah, he could diss anyone, and I would be like, oh, actually, I don't care. It doesn't matter. You lost. It's over for you, bud. Can't diss anyone ever again.
Offset hints at Without Warning sequel, which is so exciting for me.
Yeah, that would be...
Without Warning is awesome.
Yeah. Probably
fucking
one of the best,
trap mixtape type beat.
Yeah, I was going to say solo
it's
type things from the Migos, but I mean...
It's still a compo, it's a duo.
Yeah,
it's still
dope.
A group in its own way. And it produced his biggest song ever. Even bigger than all of his biggest song with the Migos. Fucking Ric Flair Drip is insane.
Yeah. That'd be dope.
Trippie Redd reportedly arrested in Miami Couldn't find out why. It literally, every article I said, under mysterious circumstances.
Okay. Should we all just guess what it was, and then next episode see who's right?
I'm
Looking
gonna
too much
say
like Greta whatever her name is.
Thunderbird.
Thunderbird.
Identity theft. Yeah, that's a good
It's
one.
identity.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say gun in a vehicle.
That's all. That's such a good bet, man.
Gun or drugs.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an
I was
easy.
gonna say
You want me to go crazy
I'm
with
gonna
it?
go disorderly conduct. That's where I'm at.
And then the last thing we have here, 50 Cent turns 50,
That's
That's
crazy.
He's really 50 Cent now.
and Kodak Black calls NBA YoungBoy's album trash. Sure, Kodak. I think YoungBoy's better. Do you guys see that Lady X is in the meeting room right now?
I do see that.
That's
Oh, I did see that.
Let's
we
all
switch
switch
there?
over to the meeting room, and we're gonna interview her now. We're moving on to it. For transparency's sake, me and Lady X have done a lot of shows together and have known each other for a couple of years now. I believe Ned and Coda both have performed at least one of those shows.
Yeah, he's,
So thank you so much for doing this for us and with us. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Just got back from the river. It's been a long day, but it was so nice out there today.
A very
hell yeah.
warm.
Yeah,
Portland.
very
Yeah,
warm.
good day for the river for sure.
Yeah.
So we have a few questions prepared for you, but before we get to that, is there anything you have going on right now that you wanted to talk about?
Actually, right now, I've been kind of keeping it low key this summer. I've been really focused on spending time with the family because my daughter is actually going to be a senior this year. So,
Oh my goodness.
yeah, it's kind
Exciting.
of like our last summer with her being like a kid, you know. So I've been kind of taking some time back from DJing and performing a lot. But, you know, I got my residency up there at Export. So I'll be back up there coming back in August. I haven't been there for a couple months because of the summer months. But I'll be going back up there. And then let's see, I just got the Mac Club. I don't know if you guys have ever heard that, but it is the Multnomah Athletic Club right there.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's connected to Providence Park. So it's kind of like really prestigious. So I'll be playing the pool party up there in July, on July 11th. So I'm excited for that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
We have a couple of notes here, but I do want to start off with you submitted an album for us. Thank you for our spin
Yes.
wheel for our album club. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that one?
Yes, so that is the Magnificent Bastard by Ugly Tarantino. So Ugly Tarantino was the first hip hop group that picked me up, I think, in 2015. And that was actually my first record that I ever put out on vinyl with the team, produced and mastered and mixed and everything, and put out. I mean, we had it even at so many different record stores in Portland, all the way down to like the Bay Area had it in their record stores. And so that's near and dear to my heart. Lots of man hours in that record.
Hell yeah, that'll be sick
That's
for us to
awesome.
check out.
Yeah, I'm excited for you guys to check it out.
I before we get to like our prepared questions, me personally, I wanted to touch on the competitive side of it.
Mhm.
How has that been for you? How did you? Because I used to be a battle rapper, so I found a way to get into like competitive musical talent stuff. How did you get into that, and how has that been? What's your favorite experience from that? I think it's so cool.
Yeah, so back in my early days, I was primarily just a scratch DJ. I didn't really mix. I didn't have a laptop or anything like that. I was just on vinyl records, and I figured to get my name out there was to enter a battle, and that's what I did. And I flew myself down to LA. I entered the scratch battle. I didn't place, but because I did it, everybody was kind of like, yo, who is this chick? And I came by myself. And they're like, so then they started looking me up and they're like, yo, this is LadyX from Poland. I heard about her, you know? And that's really kind of how I got myself into the competitive side of the whole battle scratching and battle DJing.
What's the like biggest tournament or like event in that area you've performed at?
Probably I did one here in Portland last summer, and I won, and that actually got me hired onto the Rip City Remix team. So I think that one was pretty important because that kind of opened me up to the NBA and kind of opened those doors up, which now it got me into the NCAA, DJing for them. So that kind of was a
Wow.
big one there, that tournament there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's super cool. What's it like DJing for a sporting event? Is it different from like, I guess, like a typical event or like some of your other favorite events to do?
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's so crazy. So this lady the other day asked me, she was like, "How do you like being an athletic DJ?" And I was like, you know what? I am an athletic DJ. I didn't realize that. I kind of went out to that kind of route, and it's super fun because you get to keep the players energized pregame. You get to introduce the people as they're coming to the game and as they're coming to support the players, and then also in game you're keeping that energy of the crowd and the players. So it's a lot of work. It keeps you really busy, but it's really fun. It's really energetic.
Yeah.
I bet. Do you like talk to the players about what type of songs they'd like to hear and stuff like that, or is it just kind of like try and get to know them another way or whatever?
So for Rip City Remix, it's just like basically trying to get to know them. I'm definitely open up for whatever they have suggestions for. When I did the University of Oregon, they definitely had playlists. They had like 5 or 6 that they submitted to me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it made my job a lot easier.
Really cool. Like that's so dope.
Yeah, that's cool. Just being able to, yeah, like you said, just give them that energy, give them that motivation before, a big game or something like that. It's got to be cool.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah,
also like completely
go ahead.
different than a normal audience, right? Like
It definitely is. Oh my gosh, yeah. I was playing for the team, and then we ended up the Ducks ended up winning, and I was just like, I almost like contributed that to myself because I was just like, I was playing all the hits and we won,
Yeah.
Everybody
Does that
was
mean you
feeling
take
it.
credit when you lose?
I go home like, dang, what could I have done better?
Like, my bad, coach. Next time.
I didn't psych him up.
That's so funny.
We have a few prepared questions for you that we can run through. What has been, and I think this is like an excellent thing that not as many people that we've been able to talk to for sure can speak on, but what has been your experience as a woman in a male-dominated industry? Do you think you've had the same struggles that other people have, and how have you circumnavigated things?
Well, in Portland, I actually had a lot of support early on, mainly because I was already showing up and supporting the Portland hip hop scene before I was a DJ. And so that kind of like, that foundation really helped, but not everyone was very welcoming. There was a few major players here in Portland that weren't very happy with me stepping into that space.
Name them. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm not scared.
What's the tea?
Air it out. We kind of do that on this.
We had Philip on, and we didn't talk for an hour. Philip Stengel. He just talked for an hour and 10 minutes straight, and he named names.
Oh my gosh. Well, you guys know DJ JT.
Yeah.
We had some beef. He called
Certified
some
pedophile.
right, certified pedophile. DJ Wicked and I have had some beef in the past, which that's a big name because he's a major player.
Yeah.
in the scene.
There's signs of him all around my house, and my son is like, "Who is that?" And I was like, "That's just some guy." Like we've gone at it a tiny bit too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. There was a post like early on in my career that said big boobs and a pretty smile doesn't make you a DJ. I'm the only one in the scene that looks like that, so obviously you're talking about me. like, come on now.
You leave my fucking boots alone.
Yeah, it doesn't make you a DJ, but it's not like it's not a diss by any means. I feel like that's like not a negative. It only adds to it.
Right.
Yeah, like your snapbacks and sweaty socks.
Yeah, exactly.
Better.
All
Like,
these DJs
yeah.
are stinky.
right.
I'd much
Coda,
rather.
as a DJ, can say he
Yeah, I
knows
can
that
confirm.
they stink. He's like, I stink, they stink.
Right.
Coda, you want a next question?
Yeah. So the next question we got here is, what do you feel has contributed most to your success, or kind of set you apart from, I don't know, other DJs, or kind of gives you the edge?
Yeah, I think hands down my dedication to networking, just making sure that I'm out there and that I'm being seen, like especially getting out of just my own community and getting like I think I have more recognition in LA and in the Bay Area than I even do in my own city here in Portland. So it's just like really just networking and getting out there and making sure that you're being seen by major key people in the industry. You know, I think that's really what set me apart. And also, too, I've never had any sort of management. I've just done this all by myself. I've done it all just by word of mouth and kind of just built my own brand just basically by myself on accident. I don't even know how it happened.
That's huge.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
To piggyback off of that, you have some like local groups, not just like some of the bigger stuff that you've done, but you have some local groups that you've been a part of and are a part of. I know for sure Bad Habitat, who we have been very friendly with over the years. Do you have any great Bad Habitat stories?
Oh, there's so many. There's so many because we go back like 20 years. Like these are the shows I was going to before I was a DJ, you know. I know that Angela told me the other day, which Nick's wife, she was like, "Do you remember the first time we met was in the girls' bathroom? You pinned me in the bathroom and we made out." And I was like, "Oh my God, Angela, I have no clue. I do not remember that."
You're like,
all.
I'm learning that right now.
Yeah, yeah. And she was like, "Yeah, I don't remember how it happened or what. Like, obviously, I don't remember that even happening, but yeah, that happened." We've had a lot of like green room moments, like at the Too Short shows and like Andre Nicotina, just lots of green room moments.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they're my brothers, and I just love them. I'm so blessed that they added me to the team. That's for sure.
We've been described as young Bad Habitat, and they've been described as old Antelope Fishermen, and we wear that with pride, and I hope you guys do too.
Yeah, I mean, we love you guys, that's for sure. And it's definitely like the kind of a similar vibe. I can definitely feel it.
Absolutely. Everyone asks what inspired people to start. We try to avoid that question. What keeps you going? What keeps you doing this every week, month, year, day, hour?
Well, honestly, I can tell you right now, it's the money, because at the level that at the level I'm at right now, I'm getting paid pretty good money.
Hey, you can't beat that.
Yeah, I can pay my mortgage off of music, so that's a huge accomplishment, and that's definitely what keeps me going. Because there is times when I'm like, now this has turned into a job; it's not fun anymore, you know. But when I get like that, I just have to go talk to mentors, go talk to people that have felt that way, you know, and just kind of keep pushing through that and maybe go back to what I love, which is scratching for a bit, quit mixing, quit trying to make other people happy, sit my happy ass in my kitchen and just cut to records for a while and listen to some hip hop, you know?
I remember your live streams. I feel like a couple of years ago you were doing that often. Was that during COVID or after?
Yeah. Yep, it was during COVID.
Was awesome to watch. I think that was kind of my first exposure to you, because that's also around the time I learned about I think Jimbo took me to a Wicked Wednesday, and that was the first time I heard someone talk about Bad Habitat, and then that your guys's scene, the part of the hip hop scene, just took over my feed for a couple of months. And I remember that being really dope.
Yeah, so what I did I'm already telling you. So what I did was I missed throwing shows, because I was really throwing shows heavy at that time, here on the West Side and in Portland. And so I was really missing it. And so what I did is I just put out a submission on Facebook and Instagram and told everybody, all the local artists, to send me their art, their music, because also I was doing live streams on Facebook, but I was getting kicked off within the first 2 minutes because I didn't own the rights to the music.
Right.
So I kind of went around that, and I was like, well, if I play local hip hop, they won't kick me off. Plus, it will be like throwing a show, and I can get exposure out there for the homies, and then also they can tell their people to jump in, and then my streams were just building and building and building.
Yeah, that's cool. We've had a similar experience. We just started. I mean, this was it was a while ago now, but we tried to get some of the producers or DJs in our group to do like a live stream type deal. And it was going for like probably
An
hour and
yeah.
then just got shut down just because.
Yeah, we got demonetized for it.
Yeah. They've caught on.
Yeah, they figure it out.
Yeah, for sure.
An interesting question. I had asked a couple of our listeners if they had any questions for you, and one of the more interesting ones I got is, what equipment do you use? What are you using?
Sure. So I started on Vestec PDX 2000. So those are just like your basic turntables for vinyl. And then I had my 57 mixer, which I still have, and it still works, which is awesome. And then I'm using, now that I'm digital, I have my laptop. So I use a MacBook laptop, and I've upgraded my mixer to the S11 Pioneer, which is one of the newer mixers out there for Pioneer. I figured if I buy the best equipment out there, then I'll practice, and it worked. So that was nice. So I made that investment and bought that. And then Fat Boy actually passed down to me his Pioneer SR2. He was kind of stepping back from the scene a little bit, but I don't think it's going to last very long. And in doing so, he was like, who wants to buy this? And I jumped right on that. So that piece of equipment has done shows for E40, has done shows for Too Short, Cool Nuts. And I was like, I'm jumping on
That's
that
awesome.
right now. Yeah. So he passed it down to me. So that's what I have now. And that's my baby. I use it all the time. It's amazing.
That's super dope. What a West Coast history device that you keep channeling music through.
Just the shows alone that have been used with that is just cool to just have, even if you didn't use it. But the fact that you still use it is pretty awesome.
Yeah, and he asked me if he can borrow it, or loan it. If I can loan it to him for a show he had down at the Bay later on this month. And I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna loan it to you. You can just borrow it, you know.
Before we let you go, do you have any advice for up and coming producers, DJs, scratchers, anything in our ilk of hip hop world? Yeah, you can specify it to the young ladies out there, or just in general to everyone.
I would say just in general to anybody coming up in hip hop and in Portland or whatever scene it is. It's just really to try to support the other artists that are in your same craft, that are in your community. Because if you're out there and you're supporting each other, that's really gonna what makes the music grow in our community. And also we need that camaraderie. We need to be supporting each other. We need to be throwing each other on each other's shows and paying for each other's merch and just having that community within the hip hop scene here in Portland. So I think just going out and supporting each other and networking is a really huge and really big deal here in our community.
I can attest that not only do you say that, but you do it actively. And I want to thank you for not just all the opportunities you've given us over time, but the shows, the times you've DJ'd for us, and doing this. Thank you so much. This was fun.
Thank you guys for coming all the way out to my crazy spots, these little dive bars that I've had you guys do before.
I remember that. That was awesome.
Yeah, the crowd loves you guys. So, no, just thank you for always working with me too and thinking of me when you guys do shows. Absolutely love working with the team. So if you guys ever have anything else that comes up, let me know. I'm always down to work. So
absolutely. Are you doing, I have to assume you're doing the Bad Habitat show next month that Nick just put me on?
So I'm doing the 8-1 in Bend, but the 8-8 one I'm not doing because I'm going to be in Mexico. I'm going on vacation, so I won't be on that one.
I'll give all the guys a kiss for you.
Okay, please do.
Thank you so much for coming on. Have a great rest of your night. We'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, take care.
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
Bye, guys.
Bye. All right.
Taste you later. Fuck.
Taste it. Fuck. Damn. What a missed opportunity.
Also, she probably doesn't know the lore. That might just be
no,
weird.
No. That'd have been weird.
Yeah.
Man, you can't say that to a woman. It's funny when we say it to Doug.
I say it all the time.
Yeah. Ned was waiting for her to leave to do a Trump impression. You guys, fucking riff Dirtle for 2 seconds for me.
I'll dirtle a bit. I gotta save my
Ned,
stuff.
talk about the Ozzy show.
I gotta save
It
my
was
stuff
pretty
for general
good.
discussion.
Fucking
You went to Aussie?
no, but the Ozzy Osbourne Black Sabbath, they had a stream, so like most of it's online now.
Oh.
I watched it in parts.
I saw a clip of him just like sitting in like a giant black chair, and I was like, I'm pretty sure that's just probably a wheelchair, right?
No, well, there was a guy behind him like pushing and pulling him around.
Oh.
Yeah, he only did he played for like 15 minutes. Anyway,
Was that yesterday?
it was 2 days ago,
When- 2 days ago?
right?
Yeah, Fig was telling me about that.
Yes. But
Was it everything you hoped and dreamed it would be?
it was cool. I don't know why a couple of the bands were there, but watching What's His Face get booed off stage was pretty awesome. The dude from
Who got
was
booed
that?
off?
the dude from Disturbed. He went
gotcha.
to what you call it, Israel, and signed a bunch of bombs, and that's
Oh,
not fucking.
he signed bombs?
He did.
That's insane.
Yeah, that's not fucking cool.
You should
That's
have
a
led
choice.
with that.
So I was having a brain fart.
Who else opened for them?
Fucking a ton of people. Tool did. That was awesome. And every band did a
Tool?
Black Sabbath song, which was also rad.
Oh, that's sick. Yeah, that's gotta be
Fucking
cool.
Tool doing Hannah Doom
Good.
was fucking awesome. And then there was I don't remember when it was, but because I watched it in bits, but there was quote unquote a couple super groups that played, and those were cool. The guy from it was the drummer from Sleep Token. I don't remember what guitar player he is. The dude from Ghost sang. That was cool. Tom Morello did some stuff.
Did you talk about the Jack Black thing with everybody's kids yet?
No, that was
That was pretty
yeah,
cool.
that was cool. Mr. Crown.
Youngblood
Yeah.
honestly did really awesome, I thought.
He's
I literally didn't know who he was
he's got
until
a good
a week ago,
presence.
and then he played.
Oh, he's
and then he
cool.
played that thing, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, he is a big deal.
He's pretty prevalent. I like the clips that I see of him. He always gives his guitars away and shit. Why am I sharing my screen? That's not
Ozzy said something like he feels like he's the second coming of him. Like they like all the same things. They hung out for a while. He was like, this may as well be my son.
That seems cool.
Stussy on cam. Will it show?
It was a cool show though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I saw people kind of shit like, oh, he didn't stand up. We knew he
He
wasn't.
tried
gonna
to. You can
stand
see him
up.
try to stand up a couple times, and he literally can't.
Yeah, that was pretty sad. I mean, it was inspiring and sad for.
Oh,
more
I
than
cried
one
when
reason
he
each.
played "Mom, I'm Coming Home." I was like, oh,
That was crazy. I cried too, bro. I shed a little tear of like, bro, he's gonna die soon.
Yeah.
Like this legend of
it was really good. I thought pretty much everybody was good, even Guns N' Roses.
I like that they booed Disturbed.
Yeah.
The people were not down with the sickness, bro. Free Palestine.
Yeah, fuck that. Signing bombs and shit. That's crazy.
You guys talked about that
Yeah,
already.
it was one of the.
Yeah, he just covered that.
All right. Free Palestine.
Sure.
We're
What
going to
up?
move to Album Club.
Let's do it.
This week we
pull it
had
up real quick.
one of my favorite artists of all time. Andrew, would you like to talk about it? It's your pick.
Oh, yeah. Let's see here. Maybe some Dirtling would be good while I Google this.
Ozzy Osbourne's dying.
He is. He's not even that old. He did way too many drugs. Don't do drugs, kids.
Well, I mean, he got diagnosed with Parkinson's and then crashed a dirt bike. That was a huge.
Don't do
part of
drugs,
it.
kids.
All right,
I mean,
let's see.
drugs played a part. And Andrew.
Yeah, so short and sweet here. Turnstiles is the fourth studio album by American singer-songwriter Billy Joel, released on May 19th, 1976 by Family Productions and Columbia Records. Who wants to talk?
Do we want to start with the Ned? Ned under over?
Yeah, Ned under over.
I'll say over.
Coda.
Under.
I'm saying under. Spades, you get a vote. The guests have a ranking
Under.
here too.
Under.
All right, Ned, get her started.
It was real okay. And I mean, I don't know. It was kind of boring.
Sounds like an
The songs, it's the playing was really good. I think what was it? Summer Highland Falls. Was it All You Want to Do Is Dance? there was some cool ass piano. He's such a good fucking piano player. But the songs were just meh, kind of boring. I mean, they weren't like bad, but nothing really grabbed me except for I did like Angry Young Man. I thought was actually pretty cool. Is it? Yeah, New York State of Mind looks like has by far the most plays. It was okay.
That was one of the big singles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw him perform that one live.
Yeah.
Probably, and Say Goodbye to Hollywood.
But really the only parts I remember is Angry Young Man and Summer Highland Falls. That piano part's really cool. But yeah, it's okay. It's kind of whatever. I don't really have a whole lot to say about it. Yeah, it just wasn't very exciting. I'm going to give it a fucking 6.8.
Oh, fuck yeah.
We all got points there, baby.
Andrew didn't.
Oh, you said over?
Yeah.
Oh, bro. Coda just tied Andrew, and I'm in first.
Woo!
Womp womp.
For now, dude. Wait till the live pod, dude. I'm coming for your head.
Okay. Who wants to go next? Do we have a volunteer? Do you
I'll
want me
go
to do
next
it?
because
Okay.
I don't have a lot to say.
I can't imagine you do.
I'm of the opinion of Young Ned. It's very okay. Very, like, yeah, the piano is good, but it feels like it's all just the same shit. It's all just, I don't know, man. It's not for me. I can't relate to this maybe as others can. I just know that he's beloved, so I don't want to shit on him, but it's not my stuff. The album overall, yeah, it's a great album. I feel like I've heard a lot of these and they're hits, but yeah, I'm just not from that time. This is not something you'll ever catch me listening to. So I'm gonna go there with Ned, 6.5.
Also, just to
Probably where I'm
add
at
real
there.
quick, I looked up like the rankings of his albums, and Rolling Stones came up first, and it was fucking like third or fourth, which I thought was super surprising.
I disagree.
It beats a ton of other albums.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I
I strongly
same.
disagree.
He has way better
Yeah.
albums.
I'll go next. Coda, I'm going to eventually put another Billy Joel album on the wheel.
Yeah.
So
Please
that
don't.
maybe you can not have a horrible time. Because this
This
is
is
for
back
sure.
to back not hip hop album.
I said eventually.
Next week,
This is-
Billy Joel again.
It's interesting that Ned said it
whole
was
catalog.
listed the third best on Rolling Stones or whatever, because it is probably my third least favorite. Like, it is, like, I mean, this is one of my favorite artists ever, and I don't come back to any of this. I'm not even sure I had ever listened to this one all the way through. I'm gonna play something from The Stranger, 52nd Street kind of guy. I'm gonna be honest with you. Say Goodbye to Hollywood is fine. It inspired that Eminem song that he has a writing credit on for no reason. And Summer Highland Falls is boring as hell. All you want to do is dance is like my least favorite Billy Joel song ever. It is like my
It's-
absolute
yeah.
random reggae.
Oh, I mean, okay, it's not that bad, but yeah, it's pretty bad.
I didn't say it's bad. It's decent music. It's just my least favorite song from this beloved human being. Angry Young
gotta
Men
just slip that
is
part in.
awesome. That 3-minute piano thing leading up to it, I forgot that turned into something, and I just kind of thought it was a vibe for a second. But Angry Young Man's pretty good. Very scenes from an Italian restaurant-esque. And the only I've loved these days was okay. And then I liked the last song the more I listened to it. I thought the 2017 in the title meant that it was like a live version of the song from 2017. And then I realized that it was called Miami 17 when it came out in 1970 whatever the fuck.
Yeah, which is crazy.
And it's a song about like New York's Armageddon in 2017. So like once I like realized what was going on and went back and re-listened to it once, it is a very cool conceptual song that seems super far out of all of Billy Joel's other work. And sonically it's boring to me, but as like a songwriting or piece of art, it's super cool. Way cooler than when I was just like listening to it. The fact that he released a song 40 years before a date happened with the date. Like, just very interesting. It's
Yeah.
like Childish Gambino's 3055, except he won't be alive when we get there.
You don't
Again,
know
Billy
that.
Joel's my favorite artist. Top 3. I'm going to give this one a light to decent 7.5.
Can I, since there's some silence in the air, for some reason
Go
this
for
album
it.
cover, he just looks like Sylvester Stallone, but just like anorexic. I don't know. That came into my head the whole time I was listening to it. Yeah, he just looks.
It's
like,
such a silly, goofy ass cover. And I want to say this before I pass this review off to Andrew. It definitely feels like an ode to New York, and I'm not from New York, so there's for sure parts of it that don't. I think it's relatively a concept album of him moving from Hollywood back to New York, and then ends with New York being destroyed when he's an old man. Like, when I look at it in the context now of as an adult, very interesting piece of art. It's just sonically my least favorite. Go ahead, Andrew.
Yeah, so I guess just for context, I also a pretty big Billy Joel fan.
Jilly Bowl.
Jelly Bowl, good old
Jelly
Jelly
roll.
Bowl. And picked this for the spin wheel when we picked all non-hip hop albums, kind of because, like Fig said, it's one that I definitely don't listen to, and it was like, well, let's just kind of do something random. But kind of feel the same way about all of you. Like, it's relatively boring. And I feel like I almost think it would be good as like a summer night, like kind of just playing in the background. Just
Drinking wine with a lady type beat.
sure, yeah. Like just chilling, just having a good night. Like you're not really paying attention to the music, but it's there to fill the background. I feel like it would be like very situational based, where this is a better album.
It's very chill. Bro's definitely a good artist.
Yeah, I think some of the songs I enjoyed the most were like Summer Highland Nights, New York State of Mind, the Prelude / Angry Young Men, and then I also liked Miami 2017, but still kind of just the same thing. Like the piano and the instruments are good, but it's just fine.
Saxophone's really good too.
It's-
I normally don't notice instruments like that, but the saxophone was really, really good.
Yeah, I mean, like he's obviously known for piano, but I feel like he's just good with music in general. So it's never gonna like hurt your ears bad, but it's just not really what I want to listen to regularly. Were you gonna say something?
If this is his worst album, pretty great artist. You know what I mean? Like, if
Yeah.
this is as bad as I do want to say that.
Yeah,
Like, if this is the bottom of the barrel, man, what a solid run he had.
Yeah. There's a lot worse for sure. But I'm gonna go ahead and kind of land right where you guys are and just say a 7.
Ooh. My love for him gave me 0.5 above y'all. Spades, you were there while we listened to it. Do you want to? You might not
So
have
we're
a full
just giving
score.
out
You want to say
sevens
anything?
now. No,
Sure.
I'm
I mean, I only listened to the second half of the album with you earlier. I know a decent amount of Billy Joel songs, but that album had none of them. So I didn't really know what to expect. But it wasn't bad. I think that one song I kept telling you I liked, I forget what it was called. I think it was like the second. to
I've
last
loved
song on the
These
album.
Days.
Yeah, I liked that one. I thought that was pretty cool. But again, I didn't listen to the whole thing. I'll probably give it a 7. He's a great artist, and it was okay. So
It was real okay. Real run of the mill from. What year is this? 1970s? 76. Okay, Jesus Christ.
I was looking
'cause I
too,
looked-
and this kind of surprised me. He hasn't put out like an actual album since 1993.
Oh, he quit.
I think it was,
Yeah,
which
he quit.
that just seems like
When-
earlier than I
when-
thought. I guess.
When we saw him in Portland, he was like, when you, Ned, and fucking Nick or whatever went, there was a point where he was like, sometimes my friend, or I haven't been to Portland since I came with Elton John in whenever. And he was like,
I
sometimes
do
Elton
remember
John
that.
calls me and tells me to make new music. So sometimes I get to tell Elton John to go fuck himself.
I do remember that. That's funny.
Yeah. He recorded an entire album with Pink in 2012 or 13 that never came out. And recently he recorded, like they say, an EP's worth of music with Olivia Rodrigo that probably won't. It's the type of stuff that'll come out after he's dead to continue feeding his kids, I assume. Billy Joel. Weird album from one of my favorite musicians.
Let's
That's
go.
Album Club.
That's it.
Hold on though. We have an addition this week for Album Club.
Oh no! Yeah, let's do it now. Fuck
I was
it.
gonna say because I'm just gonna run through it quick. So last week we were ranking our least favorite songs that we've listened to all the way through, and
Fig, play a clip.
I have Relapse Eminem. I that's one I for sure have listened to all the way through.
Incorrect.
No, I
Incorrect.
don't like it.
Correct.
Incorrect.
I'm not a
That
fan.
hurt.
I would say Relapse and Revival are probably on the same part. And we're back. And I put Relapse on there as one of my least favorite,
This
just most
fucking
listened
guy.
through. Spades is shaking his head right now. And I got a lot of stuff. This is the only thing I prepared for was this because I was like, there's nothing I can say about the Billy Joel album. So I said, the album in general, really well produced. And it has good sounding songs. And I know it's Eminem but it's like, I feels like for an album like this, just the context or his concepts are just all over the place. And they're like,
It's all murder. It's not all over the place. It's all murder.
It's pretty in one place, I would say.
Gay and murder.
insane.
Okay, I said that song ruins the album. That's the only song I skip. I said that to you.
The only note I have is it's just insane. That's the only song. Bagpipes from Baghdad. You thought that was good.
Bro, he disses Bagpipe from Baghdad is great.
Awesome song.
That shit
That's
sucks.
a great
You guys
song,
are just
bro.
wrong about that, man.
Stay
Hello?
Wide Awake is
Stay
one of
Wide
the
Awake is
Hello is
amazing.
great.
Shut the fuck up. All right, I'm here telling. I listened to the album like 30 minutes ago. Let
You're
me just say
hurting our
this, okay?
feelings is the
I
thing,
know. I'm
though.
sorry, guys. Hello was a slap. Okay, just let me finish. Okay. Hello
Did you
was a
listen to
slap.
the refill?
No.
Same
No
song
way.
and dance, really well
Slap.
produced and best storytelling. I feel like on the album, even though it's just about like
Raping and murdering a couple of
Ju-
people.
it's
Just
just the
about
way
that.
the story. Like I don't know. I feel like it's just a good storytelling one, even though it's fucked.
Impaling myself on an elephant tusk
It's weird, but it's just so fun.
and tell her I must.
Old Time's Sake is dope.
Smack!
That's like one of the better. It's just old timey, or not old timey, but like feels like
Hey.
in this era, Eminem was very much so. He was like experimenting on this one especially a lot. Like the weird voices he does, man. I can't get behind it on this album. I know he does that in a lot of his albums, but this one just
Get behind it.
In your defense on that, he also came out and said he felt he did too many voices.
He
on
was
that
wrong.
album.
He likes Encore
Nope.
more than Relapse too. He's wrong.
He's wrong. Yeah, it's
No.
fine to be wrong, but
Go ahead,
Coda's also
Coda.
wrong.
let me finish, guys.
I'm letting you finish. Sorry.
Please.
We're very passionate about this
I know,
one.
I know. Must be the
hard.
ganja. Well produced. Deja
Smack.
Vu, best song on the album.
Deja Vu,
Beautiful.
best Eminem song, maybe.
Because he stops doing the weird voice, and I'm like, okay, finally, after this like,
Great storytelling, sad ass song.
sad ass song, and then Beautiful is really great. He did like if he did more similar songs to this on the album. I know it's also a sad song, but like this is probably Deja Vu and Beautiful are like if the
Yeah,
whole
they're-
album was like this, it would be a fucking perfect album. bro.
Then
Like,
it would be Recovery.
Literally.
That's why it's not, because he's doing this weird fucking thing the whole time that I
You
just
said
can't
he
get
wasn't
behind.
focused. He's focused.
You're talking so loud, your mic cut out.
Yeah, good luck editing that one.
Damn it.
Yeah, Crack a Bottle's fun.
Gay.
And then Underground is not bad either. Like that's what I was trying to say. Like there's really great songs on this album. I'm not trying to say this is a bad album, but out of Eminem's catalog, there's only like 2 songs on here that I would ever listen to compared to his entire catalog. I can't get behind it. I still stand by, out of all the albums I've listened to all the way through, this is still one of the worst. So suck a nut, bro. I listened to it. I did my due diligence. You guys can like it or not like it. I don't give a shit anymore, dude. This is acquired taste. I thought this is why we started this podcast.
That was
Was it
beautiful.
better than Insane Clown Posse?
You're allowed.
Oh, absolutely. This is still a good album, bro. It's just,
The way his hands hit his face just then was such defeat. All right, here's what I want to say. Coda, we're not mad at you.
We're not mad
This is
at
what
you.
the podcast is for. This is no, that's not where I was going with it. Fuck. It's a thing we're very passionate about. Me and Andrew were very young when that album came out.
Mm-hmm.
And underknown fact, both Turnstiles, Relapse, and Me came out on May 19th in different years.
That's crazy.
Fun fact.
Weird day.
Wow.
Today. This should be hip hop history. even
So
though it's
did
not
Andre the
19.
Giant in Jurassic Park 2. But those are beside the point. This is not an Andre the Giant and My Birthday shared podcast.
Are you sure?
It can be.
Anybody want a peanut?
I appreciate you listening to that, Coda.
Yeah,
I appreciate you committing
appreciate
to a
it, even
second
if you're-
album.
if you have wrong opinions about it.
It's all right, dude.
Yeah.
Opinions can't be wrong, guys. I hope you know that.
Yours
Let
are,
us
though.
know in the comments if you agree with Coda or not. I'm totally posting a clip of this. This is a...
It's a good album, guys.
Do you like Encore more still?
Now I have to re-listen to Encore, but as
And
of
listen
now,
to
yes.
Revival.
Bro,
while
there's
you're at it.
so much
As of
fart
now-
noises in Encore that I
That's
can't...
fine,
like, there's
dude.
so much burping and farting.
It's good farts, dude.
And, like, the same amount of rape somehow.
Okay. It's probably well now. Like I have to go back and listen to his catalog because I don't fucking remember anymore, dude. I just was,
Guys,
I'm
guys,
glad my opinion was like somewhat relevant for this.
let's do it. Let's commit. By the end of July, we have to listen to every fucking Eminem album. And in August, we'll do a full... just one thing of just talking about this fucking guy.
We can just do an Eminem tier list, like his
Let's
album.
just rankings
Yeah.
or something.
here.
Well, then we're all gonna argue about it. We can do a draft.
We can have our own
No,
tier
I
list
feel
and
like-
just debate.
Yeah, just
Okay.
make
That
our
means
own
we
tier.
each bring our tier list and then yell about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
See who's right. Let the viewers decide who's right. That's what I want to see.
Me and Fig.
Who wins? You decide.
Second one in a row. Second episode in a row.
Second
where it
call
happened.
out.
Okay, let's keep it a yushin'. Let's keep it squishing, guys. Thank you, Coda. Relapse Revisited. That was the name of that. I named it. I forgot to say it.
Wow.
Up next is our submission. Email acquiredtasteaf@gmail.com if you would like to send one of your songs in. Spades, feel free to do so after you're done recording. Here, send us something for the wheel. For the wheel.
Yo.
Our submission is Bremer Baden featuring Afro Man and King. What a wild thing to submit.
What
Who
a
would like to
submission.
start? Coda liked it the most, so you get it going, bud.
I just thought it was well constructed. I thought it's a good any like weed song or weed smoking song kind of like this. This is the best one we've had, at least in that genre on the podcast. We've had other weed smoking songs and they're just not like this one. Actually feels like you said this yourself. This would be in like a stoner movie or stoner flick. That's why I thought it was decent, like well put together. It's well mixed, well produced, regardless of the content that's actually there. Like it's kind of a fun song. Like I don't.
Let me preface my thing with I love Bremer. I think he's a really good rapper.
Yeah.
Ned's DJ'd for him. We've performed with him a bunch of times. He's a really, really good rapper, and I think he does fine on here. It just sounds so dated, and I think we've talked about it before. All of us smoke or have smoked weed. It's
Sure.
just one of those things where it's like once Wiz Khalifa and Snoop Dogg stopped being something I wanted to listen to, I'm fine with a rapper bragging about how much weed he smokes, but I just don't listen to songs where the entire topic is smoking weed. Sorry to lie the most high as well. That's why the Antelope Fisherman exists. I love that everybody can talk about their own thing on a song, and then it doesn't get exhausting. But
That's an understandable take, though. Like I feel like though sometimes I like songs that kind of take you back a little bit. So I think that's why I enjoyed this one more, just because I do like the weed smoking songs sometimes if they're well done. If this did come out earlier, this shit would be this shit would be a hit. I feel like.
other two, do you want to say something? Other three?
I mean, I kind of agree. Like, it's not necessarily like it doesn't sound bad. It's just it's pretty corny. I feel like even for a very, very obvious weed song, like it just felt very corny at times. Which like that's kind of probably what you're going for, but it's just I don't know, not something outside of what the other guys have said that I would listen to.
Then again, what else are you gonna when you have Afro Man as a feature? What
Yeah,
else you
no,
gonna
like
talk
yeah,
about?
obviously.
It makes sense, but I totally get where you guys are coming from. You got any opinions on this, Spades?
That was the most serious I've ever heard Afro Man in my life, which is not saying much, but
Yeah.
I was honestly surprised with the verse when I saw featuring Afro Man. I thought he was about to say some crazy shit, and I don't know.
He just rapped.
It was all right. The hook was catchy. It wasn't bad, and I liked it.
Just real quick, a video posted online shows a woman dancing next to Afro Man as he was playing guitar, and him punching her, knocking him completely off of her feet. He was charged with simple battery and posted $330 bond in Biloxi, Mississippi. Also, his home was later raided, and then he used that footage in a music video, and then the police officers sued him for using that footage. That wasn't so much I feel like we should talk about how he punched a girl in the face and sent her flying. I just found that one interesting. I don't
That is
care that
interesting.
I was gonna say, that happens like
Let's
every
see,
fucking
not
Wednesday.
acquired taste approved.
No, yeah, we don't fuck with Afro Man. It's a cool song. We get hip hop history, blah, 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 blah. But I do feel the need to say, I saw a video of him sending a girl off the ground.
He do.
I've seen it like
punching,
5
and
times.
it's
There's like
not for the right
multiple.
reasons.
Yeah. Every time he comes to Portland and tries to sell features to people, I see the video circulate again, and still like 6 people buy the feature.
That's insane.
Wild.
But I get it. Cool song. Cool whatever.
Afro Man, love him. One of my best
Ned,
friends.
did you have any opinions on this song?
I actually thought it wasn't bad. It was whatever. Like, it wasn't like amazing, but it was fun. I actually didn't mind it. It's produced really good. I actually thought Afro Man's verse was the
that it
worst
was.
part of it. I thought that What's His Face was actually did pretty good.
I agree fully. Yeah.
But
We can move on to Fish Song.
yes, sir.
Yeah,
Sure.
let's move on.
We got Hair Ties, which is Scumbag P, featuring Avery, former Fish, and Jay Mello, still a Fish. And we're going to play a clip of that right now.
What your bitch say? I don't front. I might sing, get my shit played. Loose touch, polo fit, check my wrist game. Hair ties, 10 bitch, she don't get play. Today I shit drain, you drive me insane. I said I wanna fuck, I love you always. Today I shit drain, you drive me insane. Said I wanna fuck, girl, I love you always. I love you always. It's hard for me to think that I got you for keys. She caught that new Supreme. I like the place you from, the things that made me weak. Girl, I think you good for me. Girl, I know you said we got to stand size, shoulder bags, everything that make us pop. Love it when we one-on-one. Shorty plug that back massage. I'm high when I'm by myself. Take a sub, it make me not. I was off the fucking bar. She hit me, what the fuck you want? Like, roll it up. What your bitch say? I don't front. I might sing, get my shit played. Loose touch, polo fit, check my wrist game. Hair ties, 10 bitch, she don't get played. Like, roll it up.
And we're back.
Dang, speedy
That was
on
the
that
quickest and we're back ever. What did you guys think of Hair Ties?
It sounds it's
love-
produced good. It's too long,
one. I agree, it's too long. It was a little too long for me.
Yeah.
but it's not bad.
Song like this, I think just Peyton, he's usually good just as like doing short, like minute 50 to 2 minute songs just himself. And it's
what
usually
I
really
think,
good.
what it sounds like happened is Peyton made a song that was 1:50, and then Avery and Mello asked to be on that song,
Yeah.
and they didn't shorten it.
Right.
Because it's like almost 5 minutes
It's long.
for a song that was certainly made to be short.
Yeah.
But I
If
actually
it-
really like this one.
If it was just him and Mello, like, or just, him and Avery, like just him and one other person, it would have been great. I did really like Mello's part though on it.
I liked Mello's part, and I think he did fine. I don't even think Avery did terrible. I just for sure
Yeah.
think if it was just Peyton, if it was just P,
He
it would have
always-
been.
Way better.
Yeah, that's what he does. Like the songs even we have on 365 or whatever that he put out, or just on like his last album, it's just him. Like he doesn't have features really, and it's just short songs, and they're always good. Like they're always very like he's in his own like lane, kind of just like
He's got a
smooth
very specific
rap.
vibe, and like he leads songs like with my fish well because
Yeah.
of that. Yeah. Interesting song from the 365 era. I think it for sure showcases Peyton's early contributions. What's your general discussion, Coda? You said you had something. We're here.
Yeah, I
We
got
made
some
it.
general discussion. We made it. We talked about a little bit last episode, I think, that I got this new job as a DJ at a script club.
Have you started?
Shout out
What-
Jim
what?
Bonus Beats. Yeah, what's today? Sunday. Yeah, yesterday was my first day there alone, and like I had
Like 4
I'm
days ago, you
opening.
mean, right?
Oh, I meant yeah.
He's tired. He's working a
Obviously,
new
I meant
job.
4 days ago. It's been crazy. Yeah, so I had to open and everything myself, and fucking I cut my finger at some point, like as soon as I opened, had no idea about it. So like I'm walking around for like 10 minutes, like getting
Just
everything set up. I have to walk
leaking.
around, flip the breakers, turn everything on. So I have no idea how much blood I just spread around that place. But I didn't notice till Jimbo got there. And he looks at my hand. He's like, "Yo, you're bleeding." And there's just blood going down my finger and my hand. And I'm like, "Oh shit! Hopefully that just happened." And then I look down at my shirt. I'm wearing an all white shirt, just an Ozzy Osbourne shirt, just soaked in blood, or not soaked, but like it's clear that I touched my shirt several times. I'm like, "Oh fuck!" Just opened. I have to walk around the entire day like this. So I probably look like a psychopath, and I have to go talk to people and do shit.
And you for sure have a blood disease now.
Thankfully, I was in the fucking booth. Yeah, bro. Hopefully, I gotta go check that out or something. Hopefully, I got no one else's blood in my blood. Hopefully, I got my blood in someone else's
Nobody makes me
blood,
bleed my own blood.
Yeah, dude.
That's like an insane first day to immediately just be walking around there fucking leaking out of your body.
Yeah, it wasn't even like, it's like a minor cut. Like, look at that, Spades. See how small of a
Yeah.
red thing that is? But it was like
That's what she said.
bleeding like crazy. Maybe for you, son of a
Jesus
bitch.
Christ. All right. Is that your general discussion, Cody? I don't want to step on you. I know I'm bad at it.
That's about it. I mean, I did well. I feel like, yeah. So that hopefully that's gonna continue. Not bleeding everywhere.
Just bleeding at the strip club.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to hear
For other
Tales from the
reasons.
DJ booth. Right?
Tales from the
Is that what we
DJ
call
booth.
it?
That
That's
could be
what
a new
Jimbo calls it
segment.
on his Facebook whenever he does a hashtag Tales from the DJ booth or some insane fucking thing that happened.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
pretty
sweating
good.
my dick off right now. I just hope you guys know that.
There's one important thing we have to discuss that isn't Coda's dick and the amount of moisture around it. I would like to get to that. But next
block.
week, guys. Next week is our in person. We had to move it to 12 in the afternoon because Coda has to go see naked women and get paid for it. I guess.
Sorry.
This guy.
What a tool. I actually think Spades is going to be there helping out. I feel like we talked about that.
At the show?
No, at the in-person thing. There's
Oh,
going to
yeah,
be a few
yeah.
fish
Yeah.
at the
Yeah, I'll be
in-person helping us out to run the cameras. And when Coda leaves a little bit early, we'll throw them on.
Do I need to bring
You'll
my
be
own
there
mic?
for the whole episode. No, absolutely not.
Beautiful.
'Cause I can-
We're going to a studio. We're not paying them to bring our own shit.
I don't know how it works.
I'll have to leave at like 1:15. I'll have to leave or like 1, depending.
Yeah,
It
so
shouldn't take me that
we'll-
long to get there.
We'll just get the pod started, finish it efficiently. I would rather you leave after it if we can record an efficient episode in 1:15. But if you, I don't want to make a shittier episode to end it quickly because this is going to be like 90% of our content for the next 12 months.
Y'all can just keep going like after me. Like we can just swap someone out. Like
What's the date again?
Do like another segment.
The
for however
12th.
long, yeah.
July 12th?
We're-
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to film that on the 12th. Shout out to Zeb, really hooking us up on that. Super excited. And then that's the day we're going to record our pitch thing, where we pitch the season 3 things. And we have to finalize them there because the next week is season 3. I've seen the season 3 cover. Ellis finished it. It's rad. There's an animation involved. It's rad. They look super dope. But we have to have an album for Album Club next week, and I refuse to leave it to the spin wheel.
We gotta
What
pick
do we
one.
want to do, boys? Do we want to pick one from the spin wheel? Do we want to come up with something? Because here's the thing. This is going to be our in-person clips. These are going to be our nicest looking clips and videos and shit like that.
Yeah. We might want to do something
Should we
relevant
talk
then.
about a relevant album?
Yeah, I think so.
I feel like we should talk
What-
about a relevant album or something that like we all agree upon is like a all-time hip hop album.
Or something we completely disagree upon so we can scream about
Right,
it.
that should be what
There's that.
that's kind of more where I was thinking.
What if we have Ned pick the album? No.
No.
No,
Fair
no.
idea.
What if I picked the album, but it has to be a hip hop album?
No, it's got to be something new and current that we can argue about. What if we do the Carter 6?
I don't want to listen to that
7?
again.
I was gonna say I almost said that, but
Did we already
it's-
talked about it a bunch on an
It's
episode.
already
We've talked about
past
it
that.
enough.
No,
I don't want to talk.
Yeah.
no one's even talking about.
He said,
that
I don't
album
ever want to
anymore.
talk about it again.
Everyone's already forgot about that album. Like it's insane how fast this shit moves.
Yeah, I don't know.
That might have to be something we do. Like we leave it up to or as a surprise for that episode. Like we
We
figured
have
that
to
out.
pick still.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
figured out. It's still gotta. All right. So-
No, we can pick right now. I was just saying, give us
Sure.
like a little bit of time. We can like, fucking Meg the Stallion. I don't know.
Let me say this real quick. Please, if you're listening to this on whatever you're listening to this on, leave us a 5-star review on your platform. We actually doubled this week, which is not saying much, but we did. So I'd like to remind people to do that. We have more listeners than reviews, so go review. It takes 2 seconds. As long as you listen to an episode, you could do it. This Sunday, our first week auction video just came out. Go check that out if you haven't. This upcoming Tuesday, I believe, is Spottle. And then this upcoming Sunday is our best episodes draft. We'll have a couple of other things for you guys. And Friday night after the episode comes out, because we're recording on the 12th, and the episode comes out whenever that Thursday is.
No, we record it and it comes out the same day. Actually,
Not the live action. No,
We're
the
impressive.
script
We're not that
about it.
impressive.
no. Fuck, I ran off track. That ran me off track. Oh,
Sorry.
You dirtled too
when
hard.
it comes out on a Thursday, that Friday is the exact 1 year. I say we do a live stream that day, play a game, dick around for a minute, tell everybody to go listen to the podcast or an anniversary stream. I'll make a little flyer for it, say for at least whatever normal podcast hours would be, but for a Friday night, we try and just yell at each other on a game. Maybe that we'll buy Ned a game, and all 4 of us can scream at him. We'll team up on that, just like the show. Thank you guys for 1 year of Acquired Taste.
it's been real.
You said that like we're done.
No, I just
You
mean
said
like
that like this is the last. We don't make it. The
This
live
year's
action
been
never
real.
comes out. All right, taste you later,
real
taste
quick.
buds. Oh,
Real
go ahead.
quick,
You got anything you want to plug? Any?
go stream Timeless Spades featuring Figure 8. Just dropped a couple
Oh,
days
that's
ago.
me.
Oh, that's this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the video's on the tube as well.
Yeah, video and on all platforms. Go stream that shit.
All right, taste you later, taste boodles.
My brain is now spoiled.
Girdling with his own riff, you know what I mean? Nobody make fun of me, I'm having a rough month.
And with that, I think we just